All right, as soon as I came on, it was like moderation makes everybody feel safe, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. Hey, so previously seen on this episode, we have this figure that's why it's X'd out on the front, and his shield keeps coming off, or his arm plate keeps coming off, and I don't know if this is the right lighting. I'm still experimenting with the lighting because I can't quite get it. It's like fluorescent bulb, I think, is what's really ruining it all. All right, let me move it back over here so at least it won't be a silhouette we're looking at. All right. I just I'm trying to get it to where it's not bleaching everything out, but at the same time, it's not a silhouette. Put my microman back on there. So this is the figure we got last time. That's why it's been X'd out, and not because I'm trying to destroy it. I just want to have a little checklist. Came with a stand, which I don't think he needs a stand. He stands fairly well on his own. I mean, I don't think he needs one. Let's see how the stand works, though. It's different from the other stands I've had in the past. Looks more like a Lego stand with the two Lego type studs on it. Yeah, I don't think I need it. All right, so the stand, I need to get smaller Ziploc bags too. Oh, I did get some of those long versions. Dagnabbit. All right, I hope I'm back. I'm looking at the counter, waiting for it to start counting. All right, I think I'm back. This is ridiculous. Okay. It's really windy, so it may have some effect on the actual internet, which means this is probably going to be a bad video. I mean, I probably shouldn't do this live. All right, so here's the instructions for the last video. And here's the hexagon thing and the card. Now, I might actually, I don't know, put the cards in a binder. There's 6 of them total. And we got some extra hands. Those can come in handy. I don't know which one I'm going to get. That's why I can't make a little thing for this unless I actually did do this offline, which if the internet's going to go bad today, I might have to do that for the future. It's like one thing or the other. It's not going to happen for me. I'm not listening to music in my ears, so I got little voices in my head that are annoying me. I'm just kidding. I'm not crazy. The voices in my head are crazy. All right. So when you open up the box, you can get one of 9 different ones. There's only 6 boxes, so there are 3 special ones, which are the ghosted out ones on here. But if you look on my image, they're not ghosted out. The image was taken directly from AliExpress, where I got these from. All right, so we got the same stand as everybody else has, which I don't really like. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't care about it. We got a card, and I hate how the zip thing is on the top, so I'm going to zip it this way because I don't want to wrinkle the card or anything. All right, this time we got a blue one with a pointy thing, so I'm guessing it's this one right here. We'll find out. All right, so I don't know if it's a special one or not. You can see on the thumbnail and tell me. This time I want to keep it separate, so I should have thought about that. Last time I had a hard time building the skeleton to get information. So there's some kibbles and bits right there. Let's see what this bag has. This bag may have the skeleton since there's no instructions yet. Or did the instructions come in there at the bottom? I didn't see some more stuff in there. All right, so here's the card. I can't read Chinese. If you can read it, let me know, please, what it means. I gave them a name because I don't like having no names for things. That's what somebody was talking about. They're talking about F11. I'm like, what are you talking about F11? So somebody was watching my video from this weekend and said they're F11 company, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. F11 sounds like an airplane. So I don't have a clue. All right, so I'm going to hopefully do it separately. This is the skeleton. That's pretty much all of them are the same. No, it's not like that. Okay, I was hoping one bag would be the skeleton and one bag would be the armor, so it's not like that. Although I do have the crotch pieces right here, unlike last time, which I didn't know where they were. These, I might as well go and put these together. These are the elbow and joints for the knees. Very similar to the blockies, and I found out about these on the blockies Transformers thing, and since somebody complained, I don't know why, Oh, this is about Trinity. We should talk about that. I made a separate one for us to talk about all things blockies because, you know, if the title has blockies in it, and you're sitting there saying, "Oh, let's keep it toward the Transformer side," it's like you're being kind of an elitist. It's not like we're talking about plush toys or anything weird. Whatever. I'm just one of these people who's like, really, that's the biggest problem you have right now. Some people are moderators and they let it go to their head. So anyway, these little knee joints, very similar to the blockies ones. And I think the person was trying to tell me that F11 company is the same people who have the blockies. And I was like, oh. And I didn't know what he meant by F11, but I see it now. So I don't know if I just overlooked it on the blockies containers or not. All right, he's got two hands, two sets of hands, I should say. There's a gimme hand, which I don't personally like a lot. You'll see that on my blockies things too. I just kind of throw them to the side. I like the fist hands because he usually has like swords and he has the hole in them to hold weapons. Now if they were just fist hands without that, I'm like, nah, no thanks, pass. All right, here's gonna be the big everything. Okay, and yes, they are very much like blockies. They even got a clear piece right here instead of at all the other parts. Well, at the feet. They have a clear piece that goes into the upper torso. Right here. Which makes me wonder if they're going to do like light up sets in the future. So there's the clear piece that goes with the head. Alright, so step one is what I just did. Step one also includes not this piece, but the other piece that connects between those. So there is an extra joint that blockies don't have. Some blockies do not have that blockies. Yeah, okay. Because the blockies sounds plural. There's this. Then there's the crotch section. So I got the crotch pieces right here. Or the, there's no other word I can use this crotch. I just hate using the word crotch because it just sounds weird. Sounds offensive. Alright, here's the lower part. Alright, so you can put this on this. And it doesn't matter, the front and back are exactly the same to my knowledge, as far as I can tell. Now, there is a difference in the front and back on these, it seems like. Let me look at this again. Because you can see the holes right here. And this is the back part, definitely. But it doesn't matter as far as, like, do I need to put one on one side or no. As long as after you put them on, then you know which one's the front and the back. This is the front. Now, this isn't printed on, like, blockies. So that's one difference. And it's got, like, an extra, like, a lean thing. I don't know if this is the same company that makes blockies. I wonder. Like, he also asked me how the plastic quality was. I was like, it's better than model kits, but I'm not quite sure. Well, I guess it's because this one felt a little jiggly and a little wiggly. It wasn't quite as good as blockies in my opinion because those are pretty tight. So I'm not 100% sure that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing yet. I do like the designs of them. I like the traditional samurai warrior look. All right, I personally like the look. Now these do show when you have them. As far as I can tell, they show. Like, when you put on the blockies, it doesn't matter what little circle. Is it closed circle or opens or whatever? It didn't matter with blockies. Yeah, I think it does matter. Here's the upper thigh. Here's the lower part. Okay, and I'm going to put on the left or the right fist. Now the barbell thing, the joint right here, this is very different than blockies. Blockies, it's like one side's the ball and the other side's the cup that goes inside of what you would build right here. That is really different. Kind of hard to get used to because I'm trying to put pressure on, but not too much pressure because it's going to slip. So that is very different, but it does the same function. Instead of being like it's a double barbell instead of you'd have to look at my blockies things to tell. This looks like some kind of little pet thing. All right, so we're still just building the endoskeleton. The Terminator endoskeleton. Okay. Yeah, this. And I don't hear any snaps whenever I'm snapping things together like I did with blockies. That's another thing. I'm like always feeling like, do I got it in tight enough? That's one of the things I don't. So if they are made by the same company, I don't I don't feel like the people who engineered these are the exact same people. I think maybe they borrowed ideas, but I don't think when I push together, I should expect a snap, and I don't hear one, and I'm not 100% feeling like it's going to stay put. All right, so it's like it could come loose while you're playing with it, like moving it around. And that's one of the things I do not like. I like that snap. I like that assurance that it's going to stay put. The thighs, left and right thigh doesn't matter. All right, so just pick a thigh and go with it. All right, I'm going to make the thing on the outside. Oh, another thing about these leg joints is there's no like knee, like it can go one way and then the other. It doesn't seem to, like on blockies, there's definitely a connection at the knee where it only bends one way. Okay, I know from the previous one I built, okay, is this a different color? Oh, there it is. This is also different. The leg pieces are inside. So like I said, like with blockies, you can only bend it this way. You can't bend it both ways. That is another difference. It's not like one's better than the other. It just is what it is. And I guess this could be either leg then. So let me hold off. Put this on. That way I could squeeze them both at the same time. That's the only reason I said hold off. Not like I might change my mind if I wanted to be a left leg or whatever. That's not the decision factor right here. There it is. These are kind of small. All right, so put one. Well, it went right on, which makes me feel like it's going to come right back off, you know. All right, so I got the endoskeleton built. This is the endoskeleton. It's so far been the same for all of these. This is what you're going to ultimately end up with all the extra pieces that we're going to put on right here inside. First, we start off with a head. That head looks pretty good. It reminds me of a Patlabor a little bit. Patlabor is one of the first Gundams I ever built because I didn't know what to call them back then. It was like a Gunpla. It was a plastic model kit that I bought at Hungates back about 2,000 years ago whenever I started, when I was in college or high school. Or college, high school. All right, it goes right here. Then there's another piece inside. The heads are kind of complicated with my fat old fingers. It's a little challenging, to be honest with you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's three pieces in the front. And then there's the rabbit ears on the back, which looks a lot like like I said, a Patlabor. And I might be pronouncing that wrong because back when I bought Patlabors, I didn't have a way of watching the anime. I joined the anime club, but it was like whatever they were going to show that night, which was on the first Thursday of every month kind of thing. And I remember one time I was just like sick and out of it, and I was like kept falling asleep, and I only got I didn't understand half of what I was watching because it was anime that was showing up on the like the student center. Actually, was it? It doesn't matter. I mean, and it was projected, and that one was the one I call it the Fat Boy Gundam. It had the really wide legs, and I think it had a nuclear missile on its back. I think it was the RX-0A083. And it's not that it was boring. I was really out of it. You know, you try working hard all day and then finally getting to sit down, and you're like, yep. And that's also the fact that if I sit down too long, I go out anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's the athletic heart thing I talk about. Yeah, I want people to feel like I'm falling asleep on them because I'm bored or whatever. It's like I cannot physically help it. So I always feel really bad about it, but all right, so here we go. Let's see if this will stay on tight because it looks like it's loose. I wonder if I could put I bought some cloth to kind of help things fit together better that are loose. There we go. It feels kind of tight. It's a little wiggly. See if I can tighten it up. That's why I feel like I wonder if I could put some kind of cloth in there to make it tighter so it won't wiggle. Like this one, the head's a little wiggly. I feel like there's another place on it that was wiggly. All right, so far that looks pretty cool. I like the look of that head. That head especially I like a lot. This head looked good too. The ponytail, even though it's a cool concept, it's like, is it really necessary? I feel like it's there for looks, which I know. I know you're thinking, isn't this all just for looks? Because, I mean, seriously, you fight a war with these, you're not going to win. Maybe. All right, here's some complication things. Wow. Okay, so number 3, we got a lot of things to figure out what to do. Okay, these are feet. Get them out of the way. Oh boy. I'm just trying to figure out these. Okay, there we go. I was like, I thought it was, okay, it looked like it was bent up, like these red things on the directions, like they're bent forward. It's just because it's foreshortened, the art. There's something, it's either white or it's a glare on the actual instructions. Like, somebody painted the glare on there, which is like, stop being artistic. Not these. I'm looking for the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads you have to put together. This you have to assemble to this. I got it right. All right, I hope that's right. We got another one to do. Okay, so we got that part right there. All right, I gotta put the shoulder pads together. I can't figure out what parts it is. On here, it looks white, but there's no white parts. Like, is he being too artistic and trying to, like, paint a glare on there? Like, stop doing the paint artistic-y thing. Okay, these are, let me just work with the legs, because I can tell what the legs are. Plus, it doesn't really show the arms at all when you're putting the skirts on. Let's put the skirts on anyway first. All right, the big piece on the back, I know what, there it is. This is the back skirt. Then the side pieces are teeny tiny, these things. The side skirts, I guess you can say. And then we got the crotch plate, which is right there, I can see it. Yeah, get this in the hole first for the slit. This is why you might want to have the arm off. I might have pushed it together too tight. Oh crap. Okay, whew, I thought I broke it. All right. All right, here's the crotch plate. I think I should put that on first. It's got to go in a little tighter. All right, got that. All right, the legs are pretty obvious, so if I can, like, this is definitely a calf. So the front, or the left calf with the right calf. So you put the right calf, half of the calf on first, and they're identical. At least I hope they are, because they were last time I built this, which made it a lot easier. I need to watch very carefully, because if I miss a teeny tiny little piece to put on, I'll be a little annoyed to take them apart like I did last time. Okay, let me do the other one before I put on any other pieces. Here's the right half. Nope, yep, because it's got the little hole. So you need the right half on first, then you can put the other half on. Okay, this makes me feel like I'm putting together the Gundams from the what is it called? It was around 1983 when I got those. They were smaller. Like, it was the first time the Gundams got smaller. V Gundams. It reminds me of the V Gundam legs for some weird reason. I don't know why. Having memories of that. Also, the V Gundams, you built the endoskeleton and you put the armor on top of it. So it was one of the first times I ever did that with a Gundam kit. Okay, these go on the front. These are the... I'm just going to go put the feet on first. Get your feet on. Get your feet on. Get your feet on. Because these seem to have a tendency to pop off too easy. At least they did on the other one. So when I'm trying to build it, it kept on popping these off. It may just be I need to push it in tighter, or I might just need to glue it in. Because that doesn't have any function other than just, it is right there. It's not posable. It's there. There to guard his shin or to keep the sword from severing his foot joint. But it doesn't move at all. It's not like the moving ones you would have on like a Gundam kit a lot of times. So it'll be okay to glue those. Those look really detailed. I like how detailed those feet are. These pieces, what are you gonna call them? The shin guards. Okay, now let's go back and do the arms I was trying to figure out how to do. All right, I'm gonna guess this is one of the pieces, and this is one of the pieces. All right, that's not a lot of white. I think they painted a lot more white on there than it really is. And on the white one, when you build it, there's a little eyepiece for the lion's head. Make sure you put that on first, but I didn't see anything on this one to put on there. And then you pop this on. And then you slide it down. So that's a lot like the Transformers sets, like that. That reminds me of Tallgeese. I think Tallgeese, isn't it Tallgeese that has that? And is this his arm guard? I think so. It covers over like Wolverine claws or something. Yeah, both of them do. Okay, so here's the other one. These might need to be glued down as well. These have a tendency to pop off too easily. So the two things that I may go back and glue down are these and this, because they come off too easy. Oh, and the thing I noticed about the white ones is it doesn't matter which one's to the front because they're exactly the same. So it's like, you might be thinking, that doesn't, nope, it's the same. It's just that you have a different one on this side and it's the same as that side. There we go. See, that snap makes me feel comfortable. I like the feeling of a snap. All right, so we got the kit mostly done. Now there's like a backpack thing we got to build. That's what that looks like, a robot dog thing looks like. It appears to be a backpack for him, like that. All right, my eyes are getting so hard to see these things. All right, so we build the two guns first, the blasters. I think it's these glasses. I think they're not strong enough, the ones that I'm wearing right now. They're fine for like watching TV or playing Xbox, or not Xbox, what's it called? Minecraft, but they're not, I need to see extra details I can't quite see. Plus they got little grippy things for the side of your head that are really good. So when I lean forward, they don't slide forward, and I don't have to keep pushing them back up. All right, so we got these right here. Okay, somehow this goes on here. Oh, right there. So it's like over the shoulder cannons, which I like over the shoulder cannons. Over the shoulders and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. All right, that one went on much easier. This one seems like it's resisting. Maybe I'm just imagining. All right, here's another piece that goes on. All right, one of the dots is closer, so I'm gonna go that way. Okay, it looks like thrusters, gotcha. Then he's got two swords which hang off the back. I can go that way, is you can put the swords on there and have them back. I just kind of want to put them in his hands because I like swords. All right, and also like over the shoulder cannons. I think those are fun, I think they're neat, and they can retract. So there it is, over the shoulder cannons. So you can, and whoa. Okay, let me try that one more time. Not part, but the rolling them back. Wish there was a ball joint in there so they won't come off so easily. All right, so they slide back, and you slide them back. Don't do like I just did. Don't let them slide out. Okay. And it doesn't, there's a hole on both sides. I don't think there's a left side or a right side. So that looks really cool. It reminds me a lot of a Gundam that I had one time with the backpack like that. But here we go. Here's the sword. That's what I like. There's just one color. There's no painting on this. It's a nice looking sword though. Katana are my favorite weapon. So out of all the weapons, like I guess you would imagine Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Katana's definitely my favorite. The bow, I'm really, I don't say I'm not really good at it. I'm not trying to think like, oh, look at me. I'm not saying out of all the weapons, I'm better at it than any other ones. I used to bow a lot when I was younger because, number one, nobody's going to say anything to you if you're walking down the road with a bow in your hand. They think it's just a staff. Number two, if you're wearing a sword, they're going to say something to you. Or they're going to try to challenge you or something like that, you know. Well, you think you are, Mr. Ninja Man? You know, whatever. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get attacked by any animals. All right, that's pretty cool. So far, I've gotten 2 of these built. So far, which one's better? Gosh, I don't know. I really like this one for the modern style, but the swords, I was about to say katana. I don't like the free-floating disc on his shoulders. I feel like that's going to be annoying. If I was an actual one of these, if I was if this was my armor, I'd probably go for this one. I like the over-the-shoulder cannons, and I like the katana, so that's my favorite. I don't know, it's a hard choice. They're both really great figures. All right, so which one would you pick if you had to pick one of these 2? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. I saw a few people pop in and out, and that would be wonderful. I got some likes along the way, but I don't usually ask for it because I feel like, you know, if people don't say hit that like button, I'll forget about it, and I do like all this stuff I'll watch. Otherwise, I won't watch it. Like, evidently, the 15 people that popped in and out of this, they keep popping in and going back out, going, ugh. All right, so gorgeous figure. It is very different. It's very similar to the blockies, but different at the same time. Like, for instance, the joints, they can go both ways, so his arm can go unnaturally backwards. His leg would be able to if it didn't have that big, huge, you know, kneecap. So it can bend. I feel like, though, bending these, unlike the blockies, I feel like as I bend them, they're going to come apart at the seams. Like that, these right here, like the kneecaps, and these, you need to glue those on. I'm going to have to glue those on. They are incredibly gorgeous looking kits, though. There's no doubt about that. This right here is too much. It's just too much. There we go. No, it's not going to go on. All right, so yeah, you're going to have to get some glue to glue these things on to keep them from just popping off while you're posing. And if you want to call it play, it's called play. I don't mind. Because I'm a player. Okay, for some reason, I am not getting it to go back on. I feel like they're supposed to slide this under here first, and that's like, and then put it on, but that's keeping it from getting anywhere near it. Like maybe it's supposed to go under that right there, and then go on. Let's see if that works. Huh, okay. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Let me see on the instructions if I missed that. It doesn't show that on the instruction, it just shows put it on, but when you slide that under, it really does lock it into place. So the instructions don't say that, they just say put it on. They don't say like wedge it under there. That's a ball game changer right there. So see how that little nook is right there? I kept thinking there's a reason for that nook, I bet you. It is. You have to put it under there first. There. Okay, almost. There. That's going to hold a whole lot better. A lot better. See, it's not even fidgeting it off. These are holding on pretty okay. Plus, I like his colors. He's got some really good color scheme. But yeah, he looks like a Patlabor, a lot like a Patlabor mixed with maybe a Freedom Gundam. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's a great kit. I wonder if this needed... No, there's no way to do it with this one. Those little things at his feet, they ain't going to be able to be fixed without glue. Because you can't slide them under something. These right here, they're holding on today very well, though. But his leg's wiggly. This might be one of those situations where I have to fill it in. Okay, so like how the leg's wiggly, I might have to go in there and put some like glue in just to kind of keep it from fidgeting. Because I don't like wiggly stuff like that. Those are a little too wiggly. His chest is not wiggly. His head needs some tightening. And then back over to him. Now that I got everything on him, his chest is much tighter now for some reason. His leg's a little wiggly, but not too much. It's within tolerable limits. All right, this has been too long. All right, so let me know again if this is something you picked up. If you know the Japanese or the Chinese name, I guess it's Chinese. Let me know in the comments below. I can't read Chinese. I can read katakana, which is a lot of the characters they show, but I'm not 100% sure it's the same thing. Like if you see a certain letter in English, it's pronounced completely differently in other countries. Like the H, for instance, they can't aspirate the H over in France. I always joked with my French pen pals that, oh, if you ask for help, they won't be able to help you. She's like, I wonder if it's supposed to go like here. There's no way to, I was thinking like, what if you could put the card on? That'd be kind of cool. All right, well, that's enough of your time. Again, here's the 2 I gotten so far, and we'll see more, hopefully. Maybe I'll just do pre-recorded videos, and that won't be distracted by all the little things popping in and out. Also, I can be producing like on micro, what am I trying to say, micro? Model Kit Monday. So Model Kit Mondays, maybe. But definitely, I think so far this one's a better build. All right, have a great day.